Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Sunday Community Skirmish number 151 right here on Lysanya's Lounge. Once again, my name is Lysanya, not Lasagna, bringing you the weekly competitive tournament here at Guns of Icarus online. Sunday Community Skirmish number 151 is set to begin here in just a couple of minutes. A big thanks to everybody tuning in on the live stream here on twitch.tv/thatlasagnaguy. Also, a big thanks to everybody tuning in on the replay, both on YouTube and on Twitch. As a reminder, all videos on demand will be available later today, both on the Sunday Community Skirmish YouTube page, on my YouTube page, and on my Twitch page as well. So, plenty of places to check out any of the replays. Both for viewers and for the competitors themselves. So, do be aware that all of those videos will be made available later today. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the first lobby here. Our first lobby will feature two outstanding teams. We got the bottom bracket here today. For those of you wondering, hey, who's got the other live stream here today? That'll be on twitch.tv/subject1704. He's got the top bracket. That's Kairos who's running that top bracket. I got the bottom bracket here today. Due to time constraints, I will not be able to take care of the top bracket. So today I've got two outstanding matchups here. We've got Fancy Cloud Dancers versus Chef Sedion's Potatoes au Gratin, which in and of itself is a finals quality matchup, and we get that in the first round here today. And of course, the loser of this matchup will face the loser of the other matchup between Sandwich Predators and Northeastern Trading Company in our next matchup here. The rest of the tournament will be hosted, as I said before, on twitch.tv/subject1704. So a big thanks to Kairos for handling the top bracket here today. Also, a big thanks to Baron Don Juan for taking care of the reffing duties here on this side of the bracket. I'll have to double check to see who is reffing on the top bracket here. In fact, I believe... Let's see, who is that that's actually reffing on the top bracket? Let's see. I think that's Huskar who's on the top bracket. I believe so. So, we'll have to double check that. I'm sure those of you who are watching on Kairos' stream already know one way or another, so I believe that is the case. Yep, Huskar, I believe, is the ref. So, once again, of course, we for those of you who are just tuning into your very first SCS here today, quick notes here on how it works. Of course, the lobby timers are 4 minutes long, and you have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to get everything sorted out. Looks like we're actually going to be ready early here. We are not waiting around. Teams are just done waiting. We're going to jump right into the action. My goodness, cutting off my speech there. Go figure. That's okay, because our first matchup is on Clash at Blackcliff, which is a balance between man-made cover and natural cover. A very factory-fresh type of map. Well, not factory-fresh, but there's definitely factory areas involved as we get to the ship callouts. Here we go. Ship number 1 is the Fancy Hydra, piloted by Dimentio. We have a Mobula here. We've got a Mercury up top with a double Artemis on the bottom, and a Gatling and a Hades on the wings. A little interesting there. Ship number 2 is the Pretado, piloted by Spudnik, a Hwacha fish with double side Caro. Ship number 3, that's the Reborn, piloted by Sunstrom. We have a Mercury Mobula with double Artemis bottom, Gatling, and a Flare on the wings. And ship number 4, that is the Duel of Fates, piloted by Zedion. We've got a, looks like a Meta Galleon here. Yes, will be a Meta Galleon, watch a Carronade on one side. We have a Lumberjack and a Flak on the other side with a Hades and a Flare on the back. So it looks like, go figure, we have a match in which we have a Watch with fish with double side Caro. That is not Zedion's ship, so go figure that one, of course. Zedion does occasionally like to run that, that Galleon there, so not abnormal to see him run that. This is probably his second most run ship, if I would guess right now. But, you know, again, you see him every once in a while on that Galleon. As Red's starting to get spots out, looks like Blue knows where Predtado is. They just don't have the spot yet. But they know where he is. Now they've got the spot. Fancy Hydra kind of taking its time getting into position. Predtado most likely is the bait here to get Fancy Hydra in the door, or at least get them the position they're looking for. Fancy Hydra, however, will not have the cloud cover they're looking for to fully get in the door. They're going to get spotted here. They will get spotted. Most likely here in just a moment. However, it looks like Duel at Fates and Reborn, they're going to be behind hard cover. They're not going to see him just yet. Oh, they'll see him now. They'll see him now. As he has peeked around that corner, looks like Blue is fully spotted. Predtado spotted. Fancy Hydra not spotted. Now they're spotted. Here we go with the first engagement of SCS number 151. Let's actually watch the Predtado here moving around the corner. They're moving for, they're moving for that flanking corner. A good move right here by the Predtado, like the flanking idea. Fancy Hydra is going to move up here any second. Let's swing that on back. It's going to swing around here with the Fancy Hydra. About to move around that corner. Here he comes. Let's keep an eye right here as Fancy Hydra opening fire on the Duel at Fates. Reborn backing up. Is this about to be a 2v1 on the Duel at Fates? Looks like Predtado's decided to go around the front this time. They've decided not to go around the back door with Reborn backing up. Probably a smart decision here as the Hwacha goes out. That is a good Hwacha right there, picking up 3 guns. 3, 4, 5 components, all of the heavy guns down. That's going to get Predtado in the door. Fancy Hydra should have something to work with as well. As the... Oh, Fancy Hydra with a Hydrogen there. Looks like they're going for the Reborn here. Yes, they are going for the Reborn here. Let's swing it back around as shots going out. Looks like Duel at Fates is trying to body block for the Reborn. In fact, does so with that balloon. Fancy Hydra forced to go down. That's going to get them out of the arcs that they want. Blue needs to maintain height advantage. In fact, both teams need to maintain height advantage to really do a number on the other side, especially with those Mobulas in play. There is a... that is a terrible Hwacha right there. Duel at Fates trying to shoot its own Mobula. Not the best idea there. Not the best idea. These things happen, though. A poor Hwacha going out, and that may cost Duel at Fates. However, Duel at Fates might have something lined up here. No, Fancy Hydra getting above the Duel at Fates. Looks like that's going to invite the Fancy Hydra and Reborn to go 1v1 at each other. Hydra currently has height advantage. Predtado now going to move for the Reborn. A smart play, in my opinion. Side Carronade going out from the Predtado. Hwacha should be coming out any second. That is a Lockcat going out on the Predtado. That is not staying in arc, though. Reborn diving. Predtado hull broken, but there goes the Hwacha follow-up. First hull break of SCS number 151. Actually, no, second hull break as the Reborn hull broken once again. Predtado trying to do a number on the Reborn. Fancy Hydra might have to clean that up, though. Reborn not in a good spot right now. Hwacha going out on the Fancy Hydra. Both Predtado and Reborn trying to Hydro. Reborn not getting the better of that. Their balloon is partially down. In fact, that balloon is completely down right now. That's why they're not getting the better of that engagement. Mobulas themselves definitely need that balloon to dodge to get into position. That is their biggest asset and also their greatest weakness. As there's the hull break on the Reborn. That should be a kill. Indeed, it is 1-0 in favor of Red. Of course, if you get first blood, you have a tiebreaker advantage. So if we get into overtime, if we have a tie game at the end of the match, that means that Red will win the match. Fancy Cloud Dancers with that first blood advantage as Duel at Fates not in a good spot right now. They are 4 guns down right now. About to be hull broken, about to be balloon broken. In fact, they are hull broken. That's a hull break right there. There's a balloon break right there. 5 guns down. That's not a good spot for them to be. That should be a kill any minute. Probably on the next hull break, that will be a kill, most likely. There is a hull break right there. That balloon's still broken. There it is. Indeed, 2-0 in favor of Red. Predtado with just a scratch on the paint job. Fancy Hydra, factory fresh still doing well. Red in prime position to take full advantage of this opportunity here to move on to the next round. Red up 2-0 with barely a scratch. Blue should be respawning any minute here. Of course, as we press M to look at the map here, we wait for Blue spawn. As Red spreading out right now. Blue has spawned. Blue has spawned with... Blue has spawned right out in the open. Fancy Hydra might have something to look at here. In fact, there's spots going out. Blue finally getting to their guns. Looks like Red should have first shot. Indeed, they do. Fancy Hydra getting the Merc out, but missing with that Mercury. Meanwhile, the Predtado moving in with an aggressive line right there on the Galleon. A very aggressive move. Going in between both ships, probably for the best. Trying to get the back of the Duel of Fates. Now they're trying to get the back of the Reborn. That will probably be lining up the Reborn. In fact, they are lining up the Reborn as the Predtado. However, they instead decide to go for the Duel of Fates. A bit of a surprising decision there to go for the Duel of Fates. Now they save part of that clip for the Reborn. As Fancy Hydra deciding, let's just go ahead and take some pot shots. Let's just go ahead and take some pot shots with that Hades. Trying to force Reborn down. Predtado forcing the Reborn down. but not through a balloon pop, as Fancy Hydra currently nearly balloon broken. This might be advantage... oh, wait a minute. This might be advantage blue right here, as we have hull breaks imminent on both red ships. Predtado getting a Hydro out there to save themselves. However, Fancy Hydra is balloon and hull broken. That's not good for them. That's going to lead to a 2v1 on the Predtado, as they are hull broken. Predtado still hull broken. Duel at Fates, however, not in position. That Watcher going out onto the Reborn. Looks like Duel at Fates content to basically park the Hydra. They need that hull break on the Hydra to really do something right there. If that Hydra gets hull broken, they should be down. In fact, there's a hull break right there. If that flak comes out, that should be GG for the Hydra. That flak, however, is missing. No, it does connect with the clutch rebuild on the Hydra. The clutch rebuild of the hull saves them. However, oh, that's going to get a hull break on the Duel at Fate, so they are going to get some perma-hull before they go down. Looks like Fancy Hydra desperate to do anything here, as Reborn is almost balloon broken. Predtado's hull broken. Fancy Hydra staying alive. By staying alive, they are able to do a little bit of perma-hull damage. Tiger Uppercut attempt on the Reborn. No, they missed the Tiger Uppercut. However, it looks like they got 2 ships on the Reborn. A good job right there. Good teamwork by Red to get the Reborn. Fancy Hydra hull broken, balloon broken. Oh, but no follow-up because Hydra has height advantage over Reborn. They can't get those Artemai into arc. Predtado getting the Huacha onto the Duel at Fates. There's a hull break on the Reborn. Looks like Hydra getting that clutch rebuild is going to pay dividends for Red. Again, extra hull damage that could come back in their favor later on. Not a whole lot of hull damage, but you know what? That could come back in their favor, as there's a hull break on the Reborn. Hydra's engineers doing a fantastic job, and they get the Reborn down to about 5% perma before they go down. Job well done by Red Ship number 1, which is, of course, the Fancy Hydra. Gotta give them credit for that. Gotta give them credit for that clutch. That got them a lot of perma-hull on the Reborn. Gotta scratch on the paint job with the Duel at Fates as well. So, that you gotta call Worth at that point if you're Red. You gotta call Worth, even though they lose the engagement. That could have gone a lot worse for them, so they get something out of nothing. As the Predtado now trying to run. Looks like they will get hard cover before they... yeah, they will get hard cover before they lose their hull, so no harm, no foul for the Predtado. Good job right there by the Mobula, though. Again, good job by the Mobula saving themselves as long as they did. As shots go out from the Fancy Hydra, they're taking pot shots at the Duel at Fates with that Mercury. Let's keep an eye on the Fancy Hydra right now, as the Predtado content right now to stay in their cover, probably for the best, as they need the Fancy Hydra to move up. They really need them to move up before they make their move. However, Predtado looks like they might take a peek around the corner here. Looks like they're going to try to see if anyone's trying to flank them here. They're going to, round that corner, they're going to see Duel at Fates, indeed. Ooh, excuse me. As Predtado moving in aggressively here. Fancy Hydra not in arc just yet. Predtado taking an aggressive line right now towards the Duel at Fates. This is going to be a 1v2 for about 5 more seconds before the Fancy Hydra turns that corner. Reborn turns the corner, sees the Predtado. However, Fancy Hydra now in arc, now with line of sight. Shots going out on the Reborn. Looks like they try to get the Fancy Hydra into range here, or at least with line of sight by getting the... Oh, but the Fancy Hydra's been balloon broken. Reborn trying desperately to keep that hull up. Watch a follow-up on the by the Predtado onto the Reborn. Side Carronade trying to do some work on the Reborn. If they get that hull break, Reborn is as good as dead. Predtado pushing the Reborn back. Meanwhile, Fancy Hydra trying to... oh, there's the kill right there by the Predtado. 3-1, and Fancy Hydra's sacrifice comes into play right there. Fancy Hydra sacrificing themselves earlier for the good of the team. That save earlier on got 95% perma, and Predtado cleans it up right there. That's going to potentially put Duel of Fates in a 1-4 situation. Hull break should be imminent. There's the hull break right there. And there's the Huacha. That should do it, even if they save that, even if they save the ship. Oh, the Artemis cleans it up by the Fancy Hydra, 4-1. And again, I can't point that out enough. Fancy Hydra saving themselves set up that whole engagement earlier. So, well done once again by the engineers. That would be Exterminator and Jake as well. Both of them doing a fantastic job of setting that whole engagement up by saving themselves earlier. Meanwhile, Blue looking to see what they're going to do here. What is Blue going to do to turn this around as Predtado is down to about 80% perma, roughly. Still no scratch on the paint job of the Hydra. They are at 100%. As Reborn spawns in. Looks like we got our spawns coming out here as, oh, Duel at Fate splits off and goes in a different direction here. They spawn right in on the Hydra. Was that a miscommunication there? Was that a miscommunication, or are they trying to get the Oh, my goodness. Predtado says thank you very much. Have a Huacha right there. As Fancy Hydra diving in, I believe that was a miscommunication right there. That's going to be a hull break on the Duel at Fates. Reborn not in position to assist. This could be very deadly. This could be the match right here, folks. This could be the match. Duel at Fates is hull broken once again. There's the Huacha. They do camp that hull. There's another hull break. That's a kill right there. That is it. 5-1 in favor of Red. Red, of course, is Fancy Cloud Dancers. They win the first match of SCS number 151. Got a question though that last spawn by the Galleon. I don't know if that was a mistake, if that was intentional. That seemed like a miscommunication at the start there. A very curious decision by Blue to make that call. However, they were down 4-1. I mean, I can understand, when bad things happen, when it rains, it pours. The snowball can easily come into effect in SCS. When you make one mistake, these teams are able to punish you just instantly. So, when you do stuff like that, wow, gets crazy. But you know what? We're gonna set up our next lobby as Chef Zedion's Potatoes au Gratin will follow us here to our next lobby as we are awaiting the other Road to Redemption participant. As currently, Northeastern Trading Company with a 2-1 lead over Sandwich Predators. Dare I say, a bit of an upset in the making here on the top stream. This is very, very, very interesting right now on the top stream as again 2-1 in favor of Northeast Trading Company at current as the first match. Let's see what that first map is on over there. It's actually on Northern Fjords, which I guess I could see that happening considering that um, pilots like Mighty Cab on Sandwich Predators, they're more of a brawling type of build. So I could see that actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, I could see Northeastern Trading Company taking that early lead in round one. Still a bit of an upset if that holds, but definitely a bit of a surprise in the first round here. Again, as we are setting up the next lobby here at SCS number 151. A big thanks to everybody tuning in to twitch.tv/that Lysanya guy. And Sapphire Sage mentioning that there might be a bug on auto spawn here. We'll have to take a look at that. We'll have to take a look at that a little bit later. I'll have to check the timer to see how long they were dead. But yeah, we'll have to look back at that later and see if that was indeed a bug. But if the bug does exist, do remember to send in feedback to yeah, if the timing is wrong, yeah, it's a nasty surprise indeed. But yeah, do be sure if there are any bugs, of course, you always want to send that in to feedback@musegames.com. Make sure that we're aware of it so that we can fix it. Of course, we are waiting for the next lobby to go up. We are waiting on the referee to start that next lobby. So apologies, folks, as we are waiting for our next lobby to begin. Do we even have a Baron at this point? I don't think we have a Baron. Hang on. Did we lose a Baron? Did we lose a Baron? Ah, no, we didn't lose a Baron. Okay, there we go. Okay, he's here. He is here. We're in good shape. Let's go ahead and jump into the lobby. There we go. We are in the lobby now, and we will await. We will await the other team before we show the lobby here. We'll wait the other team. Oh, wait a minute. Are they coming in? No, they're not yet. Not just yet. Let's get a quick update from that other live stream, as we do have a winner now, as Sandwich Predators comes back from that early deficit to win 5-3 over the Northeastern Trading Company. That means our next matchup will be Chef Aeons Potatoes au Gratin versus Northeastern Trading Company. That'll put Northeastern Trading Company in red and Chef Aeons Potatoes au Gratin, they'll be blue. So let's go ahead and set up that lobby now. So once again, our next matchup will be Northeastern Trading Company versus Chef Aeons Potatoes au Gratin. NETCO will be red and Aeons Potatoes will be blue. Chef Aeons looking to cook up another win here in SCS number 151. Currently, we are in the Road to Redemption here, folks. Road to Redemption starts now. The loser of this matchup will be eliminated from SCS number 151. Meanwhile, the winner will move on in the Road to Redemption. And this will be our final matchup here on this live stream. Every other matchup of SCS number 151 will be broadcast, as I mentioned before, on twitch.tv/subject1704. We should have Northeastern Trading Company jumping in this lobby here in any moment, as Baron Don Juan should be getting them in here any moment. Hopefully they will do so. Just waiting on them to come in. That's all we're waiting on, folks, and we'll get the next matchup started. Here they come. Here comes both of the red ships now, as we have Captain Scrobeard. Looks like he's going to be piloting one of those red ships. And who's going to be joining them? Who is going to be joining him on the wheel? Is that going to be Polaris actually jumping in with? I believe it will be Polaris that will be jumping in with OOC this week. Indeed, it is. It will be a Polaris ship. Now in SCS number 151, as they are whipping out the Shrike here, which again, as soon as I get a comp ship going myself, I'll bring out the Shrike too. But my goodness, I'm happy to see the Shrike here at Sunday Community Skirmish. This is a ship that is near and dear to my heart, so I'm interested to see how it plays here in competitive play. All right, here we go. Lobby timer has started. 3:30 until lock. That means both sides have the opportunity to change their ships, and right now we got a Galleon Mobula still for Chef Aeons Potatoes au Gratin. Red currently rocking a Mobula, a standard Hades Mobula right there, and a Shrike. And what are they running? They're running a mirrored Gatwacha. Mirrored Gatwacha Shrike right now on the red side. Bit of an interesting decision right there by the Shrike. The mirrored Hwacha, I don't know if that's something that I would necessarily go with personally, although the Shrike meta is currently very, very early in its development. So Hwachas seem to be the gun that is making the most play on the Shrike, with good reason, of course. the drive-bys. Um, I still think though the mirrored strike will be phased out in favor of maybe a one side, a disable side and a kill side type of meta. I'm thinking that's where it's gonna go. That said, uh, again, I'm interested to see where this play. Oh, wait a minute, we got to switch here. We now have a Hwachafish in play. Captain Scrowbeard going with the goldfish, the Hwachafish. Blue, however, staying resolute. They are going to stick with that Galleon and Mobula combo. They are not changing. In fact, Mobula has readied up. Sunstrom basically saying, you know what? I have no problem with that team comp on red. I'm good to go. Of course, we still have that Meta Galleon over there. Shrike has the Shrike changed? Shrike has not changed. They're staying Gat Hwacha. Mirrored Gat Hwacha on that Shrike. Hwachafish over there with that side Gatling and Carronade. That's a lot of Hwachas. That is a lot of Hwachas. That may be a little bit overkill with those Hwachas. I don't know. Especially against a Mobula. That seems to be a little bit overkill. Um, Again, I'm interested to see what Northeastern Trading Company has in store for us, but I'm wondering if all those watches is going to be a bit of a mistake against the Mobula. Mobula, of course, is somewhat naturally insulated against the Hwachafish. Especially that Shrike, which has sidewards facing guns. So if you are the Shrike, I would dare say that this could. If you're the Shrike, you have to have the side of your ship pointed at the Galleon. I'm wondering if this may be a bit of a mistake bringing the Shrike in this particular matchup. Which will be on Ashen Scuffle, which is a little bit more favorable towards close range ships, even though the map itself can be played long range. It plays out a little bit more favorably towards close range ships and medium range ships as the ships are now locked. Loadouts are now locked. So we now have Goldfish Shrike versus Galleon and Mobula. Very excited to see the Shrike here in Sunday Community Skirmish. This will be the first Sunday Community Skirmish in which we actually have somebody bringing a Shrike. So very interested to see what happens here today, as teams need to start readying up right now. Captains need to ready up right now. Reborn is ready. No other ship is ready. They need to ready up right now. There we go. Captain Scrowbeard is ready. Fisher X is ready. We're just waiting on Zedion. Zedion needs to ready up or risk disqualification for his team. He needs to ready up right now. It is the referee's discretion to give that warning or absolutely disqualify blue. It's up to the referee here. Looks like the referee's going to let it slide. Oh, they did ready up, though. Okay, they did ready up. So that means we're going to get our next match started here. Our next match will be on Ashen Scuffle, the night map of Ashen Scuffle. So we are in for a treat here today. The night map of Ashen Scuffle, which is the newest map in the rotation for Skirmish. Which, by the way, I must say has, ever since the launch of Alliance, has become my favorite map. I am really happy to see this map in Skirmish, the first one pulled out into Skirmish. I'm really thrilled because just the way that this map looks is so aesthetically pleasing to the eye, you know? It's just nice. It's nice to look at. Yes, it's kind of a lava, and it's infused with all that lava, but it's just nice to look at. Look at this cavern right here. It's a beautiful cavern. As we get into the ship callouts, here we go. Ship number 1 is the GFA Narwhal. It is piloted by Captain Scrowbeard. As I mentioned before, it is a Hwachafish with side Gatling and Carronade. Ship number 2 is the Marvelous Shank, piloted by Fisher X. It is a mirrored Gat Hwacha Shrike. Finally, the Shrike has appeared in Sunday Community Skirmish. Ship number 3 is the Duel at Fates, piloted by Zedion. We have that Meta Galleon once again, a Carronade Hwacha on the short side. Flak and Hwacha on the long side. It's not a Meta Galleon, with a Gatling and a Flare on the back. Ship number 4 is Reborn, piloted by Sunstrom. It is a Gatling top, double Artemis bottom, and is that a Banshee on the wings? Banshee, can't tell. Banshee and Banshee on the wings. Yes, it is. Double Banshee on the wings. All right. All right, here we go. As flares going out on this night map, flares might actually flares on this map might be even more advantageous as sight is restricted by the night map. Little harder to see things now on the night map as teams are jockeying for position. Look at that eclipse right there. That is a beautiful eclipse right there as we are watching red trying to turn that corner here. Lysanya Shade declaring that it is a David versus Goliath situation. I would probably agree with the ship loadouts chosen by red. I would dare say that they are the David. However, again, they're bringing a Shrike, which in this case is the big unknown in competitive. However, I can tell you, I think the Shrike in this situation may have been a bit of a mistake. I question the choice against a Mobula Galleon combo, especially when you have to turn the side of your ship and basically allow the Duel at Fates to basically take that watch and turn it sideways and stick it up all your guns and engines. I don't think that's a good call. We'll see how it plays out, though. We'll see how it plays out. As red deciding, no, we're actually going to turn back for the canyon. Looks like they are going for the underpass here. Blue, meanwhile, content to stand by. Not really do a whole bunch of anything. They are very content with their position right now. They've got eyes everywhere. They've got eyes straight up front. They've got eyes down the canyon. They are moving for the cloud cover here. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Looks like neither side may be able to see each other. I doubt we're going to get spots here, especially with the cloud cover in play. Will they be able to see each other? Unlikely. Looks like, oh, no, they do get the spot here. Red does get the spot. Are they going to go through the canyon? Are they going to go through? Looks like they're turning for it. Red is turning for the underpass. Looks like they're making a pass through Death Cove here. Looks like they're going to go into blue spawn. Looks like they're going to engage in blue spawn. Death Cove has been navigated. Here we go, folks. Next engagement of SCS number 151 about to begin. Red making its big push on blue. Looks like they might get a flank here. Does blue know where they're at? Not yet. No, Reborn does not know where they're at. Red has gotten the flank out. Red has their flank. Will they be able to pay this off, though? Will they be able to pay the flank off? This could be a huge flank for Northeastern Trading Company. This could be a huge flank for them. Red still not spotted. Red now spotting blue. I'm thinking that spot might have been a mistake. I don't know if I would have spotted there if I was red. Oh, the flank has been busted, but not before they get in the door. The Huachafish with the flank on the Reborn. They're missing with half that clip, though. They miss with half the clip. Now they get shots into the Reborn. Not enough damage, though, onto the Reborn. The Shrike not in the door fast enough as the Huacha goes out onto the Marvelous Shank. This is why it could be a mistake bringing the Shrike in, because with those Huachas, Duel at Fates has the advantage over the Shrike. They gotta get a perfect flank in to take advantage of that Shrike. As the Narwhal moving in on the Reborn, looks like they are going to try to get shots into the Reborn. There's a hull break on the Reborn. They might have something here, though. They might have something here, as looks like a bit of a tiger uppercut onto the Reborn's balloon. Marvelous Shank missing with most of that Huacha, though, as there is a kill. Duel at Fates picking up the Huacha fish. It is 1-0 in favor of blue. Now the Marvelous Shank caught between a Galleon and a Mobula, a rock, a hard place, and a couple of Huachas on that Duel of Fates. This is about to spell disaster for red. There's the hull break. There's the kill. 2-0 in favor of blue. This is why I was thinking maybe the Shrike might have been a mistake in this particular situation. This is the perfect team comp to go up against a Shrike. This is the perfect team comp to go up against it. You got things that are basically resistant to Huacha. Of course, that's the Mobula. And of course, you got to get that perfect flank or else you're in the arcs of the Huacha of the Duel at Fates. So this could be tough sledding for red. This could be very tough sledding. This could be a tough draw here for Northeastern Trading Company, especially with the mirrored Gat Huacha. Now, one thing I would recommend, this is my personal recommendation, one thing I'd recommend, especially against that Mobula, I might have brought one side maybe a heavy carronade to pop the Reborn. Get that quick drive-by on the Reborn, then maybe double-team the Galleon from that point forward, or maybe try to hit the blind spots of Blue from there. However, it looks like Blue Blue caught off guard here with their pants down. Looks like Reborn blocking the duel at Fates. That could be advantage Red to get in the door. However, Narwhal up a little quick here. Looks like they're going to try to be the bait as they're trying to get Marvelous Shank in the door. However, that timing is off. They're going to get a hull break on the Narwhal. Marvelous Shank not in position. That should spell 3-0 if they're not careful. However, Huacha coming out onto the Duel of Fates. Hull break on the Duel of Fates. Hull break on the Narwhal. Not able to follow up is the Marvelous Shank. Looks like Marvelous Shank is going to do a 180, try to get that other Huacha into arc. However, the Duel of Fates does get the armor back up. Huacha going back out onto the Marvelous Shank. Looks like Blue is content to just lock down the Shrike and kill the Narwhal. They've popped the front gun of the Narwhal. That should be a kill on the Narwhal any minute. They are camping that hull. Trying to stay alive. Hull break on the Duel at Fates. Marvelous Shank once again trying to do a 180, trying to get things into arc. However, Reborn picks up the Narwhal. It is 3-0 in favor of Blue here. Looks like Duel at Fates trying to get that watch into the Marvelous Shank. Marvelous Shank trying to dive down. They're not diving down far enough. They've got environment in the way. They do have a little bit of hard cover, though. Oh, this is going to be very, very difficult for the Marvelous Shank, as looks like Blue is trying to come in. They're going to take full advantage of this situation, as they are trying to get that hull break there, trying to get that perma-hull damage onto the Marvelous Shank and really give them some problems into the next engagement, which could be their final engagement of SCS number 151 if they're not careful. Marvelous Shank trying desperately to stay alive here. They are spotted. They are not going anywhere right now. Now they're trying to go somewhere as those guns are completely broken. Narwhal, uh-oh, is this a mistake here? Narwhal moving in the back door. That's an early push. Oh, it looks like somebody got a call here to back up. Reborn knowing now exactly where Narwhal is. That means they're going to push in on the Shank. Yes, they are. They're going to move in on the Marvelous Shank. Turn this into a 1v2 situation. Watch it going out of the Marvelous Shank. That should be a kill right there. Almost a kill. Almost a kill. There's a hull break. Waiting for the flak. There it is. 4-0 in favor of Blue. This should be academic, folks. I hate to say it, but this should be academic. Even if Narwhal escapes, this probably is going to end up being the end of the match, especially with Reborn right on the Narwhal. They'll get a little bit of hard cover. This should be a 5-0 any minute. Watch it going out from the Narwhal to the Reborn. Not picking up enough components. No, they do start picking up some guns there. They pick up 4 guns on the Reborn. So maybe a stay of execution here for the Narwhal. Duel at Fate's not in position to do anything just yet. Not just yet. We do have a spawn from the Narwhal. Narwhal is back in. Marvelous Shank is back in. Looks like they're going to try to take out the Reborn. Looks like Shank is going to try to tank it, but Shank is the wrong ship to tank this. Watch going out onto the Narwhal, from the Narwhal to the Duel at Fates. Trying to lock down the Duel at Fates, but they pick up no guns, only engines. Hull break on the Marvelous Shank, and this should be it, folks. This should be the match right here. One more shot in the Marvelous Shank, or even a Gatling bullet or two should finish the Shank off. 2 Gatling bullets should finish them off. There it is. 2 Gatling bullets finishes them off. Blue wins 5-0. They are moving on in the road to redemption. However, that does mean that Northeastern Trading Company has been eliminated from Sunday Community Skirmish number 151. A good showing here by Chef Aeons Potatoes au gratin and Northeastern Trading Company, of course, giving us a first look at the Shrike in competitive play. But again, I gotta wonder about the decision to bring the Shrike against that team comp. Probably not the best team comp to bring it up against. We will definitely see how the Shrike meta evolves as time goes on, but that may be for another day or perhaps even another stream as our coverage of SCS number 151 ends. And for those of you looking to continue on with your journey of SCS number 151, please check out twitch.tv/subject1704. Kairos will be covering the rest of the tournament here going forward. Thank you so much for tuning into SCS number 151 here at Lysanya's Lounge. Once again, my name is Lysanya, not Lysanya, signing out for the day. Good day, everybody.